Harambee! Eneo hili si hivyo. Mambo ni matatu.
Ladies and gentlemen, a trap was laid for James Orengo yesterday. And James Orengo cleverly evaded that trap. For those who followed President William Ruto's tour of Siaya County yesterday, two things were notable. The first thing was the presence of Mama Ida Odinga during that tour. And of course, I've already analyzed it. But the presence of Ida was intended to achieve certain objectives. And you could clearly tell from the tone of her speech.
But we also want to thank you for being with us in good times and in bad times. I know you've been with us in bad times. And when I talk of this, I want to give special thanks to you today for being with us when Baba left us. We don't know what would have happened had you not stepped in. Thank you for being with us that time. But I also want to thank you for being with us in good times. Like today, when we are celebrating the appointment of Dr. Oluga. This is a good time.
The second thing which was notable was the absence of James Orengo, who was supposed to be the host governor. James Orengo decided to boycott this event. And at some point, even his security, his aides were being targeted, some were even arrested. Why do you think James Orengo decided to boycott President William Ruto's tour of Siaya yesterday?
Bondo mimi nataka kusema hivi. Mheshimiwa Rais, mimi naomba usaidie watu ya Siaya. Usaidie watu ya Siaya kabisa. Kwa sababu ile gavana wamechagua amekuwa mtu ya mkono ya mtu tulifukuza kazi huko ODM. Amekuwa mtu ya mkono ya Sifuna ambaye tumefukuza kazi. Mheshimiwa Rais, usaidie hii kaunti isibaki nyuma. Mimi naomba hivi. Mheshimiwa Rais, naona mambo yamebadilika. ODM ya safari hizi, ODM ya zamani. ODM ya saini, ODM inatafuta power. Nikisema ODM unasema nini? ODM!
In this video, I want to talk about Orengo's absence and why he decided not to join President William Ruto and Oburu Odinga. Before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste a lot of time. I want to go straight to the point. But the truth is, number one, a trap had been laid for Orengo to attend this event. And the moment James Orengo was going to attend this event, two things were going to happen. Number one, serious noise from the Gen Zs online. Orengo was going to be under serious attacks from his core support base. Because it's always said that Orengo always makes noise against William Ruto and his government. But in most cases, he ends up showing up during meetings, especially at State House, or even when the president is in his county. As a matter of fact, of all the governors from Nyanza, Orengo was the first governor to host President William Ruto, even before the broad-based government. And that's something which Orengo realized, and he said, okay, I'm not attending.
There are people in the party, they are behaving as if ODM is the one that needs Ruto. Is Ruto that needs ODM? Kwa sababu ameshindwa. I'm not afraid to say. I'm not afraid to say. I have nothing to fear but fear.
Let me ask you, if Orengo had attended this meeting, do you think he would have credibility to criticize the broad-based government, or even the credibility to attack Oburu and Ruto in future. So the fact is, this was a trap, and James Orengo realized, he saw it, and he successfully managed to evade it. Number two, Orengo was set up for humiliation. If Orengo had attended this event, the kind of humiliation he would have suffered, I doubt if he would have ever recovered from it. I know you are wondering the kind of humiliation. Several things. Orengo was not part of the people or the group organizing this event. So it's like attending an event where you don't know the people are attending, the people you are going to address. And as a matter of fact, Orengo was going to be heckled.
The party of ODM under the party leader and the leadership of ODM, I did commit that we are going to be faithful to our relationship. It is going to be a relationship of equals. It is going to be a relationship with a win-win outcome.
Importantly, his opponents were invited to this event and were going to attack him. And because he's opposed to broad-based government, and this was a broad-based government event, Orengo was going to be humiliated in a manner he had never seen before. Remember, just the other day, you saw Orengo being humiliated, being heckled in a funeral in his own county of Siaya. That's exactly what was going to happen. And importantly, some of the speakers were going to really embarrass him before the president and before the nation. So to avoid all this humiliation, I think Orengo decided in his own wisdom that the best thing for him was to avoid. In fact, the person who advised James Orengo to avoid this event really helped him, because I saw the kind of crowd there, and I saw the reception someone like Gombo, who is supposed to be his opponent, received. I think he did good. The third trap which was laid for him was the Linda Mwananchi betrayal. There's something which I stated in one of my previous videos, and I'm going to repeat it again, that William Ruto is going to infiltrate Linda Mwananchi movement. And that has already happened. But Orengo is still a key player in that group. If Orengo had attended this event, how do you think Sifuna or Babu or Caleb Amisi would have responded? Because cleverly, Orengo decided not to join them in Makwiny and in Machakos. Again, that was strategic, because if the president is coming to your county in the name of development project, and then you show up in a totally different county, very far away, talking about Mandamano, it would have really affected him. But this is the truth. If Orengo had attended, he would have been viewed as a betrayer. I know the Kenyan mentality.
First things first, will you be part and parcel of that NDC?
We can't be, because it is an illegal NDC. It has not been properly convened. So we will not be able to attend it. Yeah.
In Kenya, people view politics from an emotional angle. So that Orengo as a governor, constitutionally, can just go to Siaya, attend President William Ruto's event, speak his mind and leave. And of course, politics is also a game of numbers. If you attend an event and you don't have much support, you can't even go there and start, for example, criticizing the president. How do you criticize a president for launching or promising to build a road in your constituency, even if you know maybe it's a lie or it's the truth? So the truth is, if he had attended, he would have been viewed as betrayer, because there's something which is now emerging in Linda Mwananchi. The Linda Mwananchi is keen on stopping Ruto, but they're not keen on whatever else is happening. So you are either with them or you are not. You are either opposed to Ruto or not. So you either decide to attend Ruto's events or you don't. And that's the problem, for example, this channel is facing. Because, for example, the other day I did a video about Mama Ida Odinga joining Ruto. And someone felt that, Lee, you should not have done that video. How do you talk about Mama Ida Odinga joining William Ruto as if Ida adds value to Sifuna? You know, that Sifuna is so powerful that he doesn't even need Mama Ida. While at the same time, we know that William Odinga was a key player and added value to that team. Mama Ida added value to that team. If Mama Ida had boycotted this event again, we also know that the discussion would have been totally different. And lastly, it's about 2027 politics. I think it has reached a point now where James Orengo has decided that for me, this is the trajectory. I want to go with the people. If the people believe that William Ruto is bad, then that's the direction I want to take. And let us wait and see, because in 2027, we will be able to know whether the majority of Nyanza people believes in broad-based government. Because sometimes, as someone who is on the ground, and as someone who analyzes political situations, I remember telling you guys that William Ruto is actually doing something in Luo Nyanza which will make it very difficult. In fact, William Ruto is making it very difficult for the Luo nation not to vote for him. Sometimes when I talk like that, when I say things like those, some don't like. But William Ruto is making it very difficult for Luos not to vote for him. He appointed Barry to the cabinet secretary for treasury. Who was the cabinet secretary for treasury? And I've seen a list of how they're planning to share power. And I can predict that Millie Odhiambo might actually be the first woman speaker of the National Assembly. Yeah? So the truth is, Orengo has decided that for him, this is the trajectory, this is the path he's taking. And he's pursuing it. So he's trying to convince people that that path is the best. These other guys are also on this side. Because if you are to keep on taking this side, appearing with Ruto, even those who are supporting him will get tired that, you know, we don't know where this guy stands. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think Orengo managed to evade, in my view. I could be wrong, but I think Orengo managed to evade this trap. It would have been very difficult for him to get out of it. Let me hear your thoughts. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.